to order. 7 o'clock by my time. Clocks are about 4 minutes slow in here, but we're going to call the meeting to order. We'll ask you to stand for just a few minutes with silence for respect, and then we'll follow the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there anybody that's audio or videotaping? First item on the agenda is the approval of the corrected minutes from the board meeting of April the 2nd, 2019. Any comments from the board on those minutes? Any changes that need to be made from there? Just for the audience's knowledge, the correction on there was we had been an error that there were 260 people at that meeting. There were 26. So we changed it. Seeing none, they'll stand as printed. Approval of the minutes of the board meeting from April the 17th, 2019. Are there any changes that need to be or alterations to those minutes? Seeing none from the board, they will stand as submitted. We have no correspondence in. Reports? No correspondence. General Manager's report. Mr. Giroux.
Hello. Paving will begin next week, May 28th, weather permitting. Additionally, the clubhouse main floor replacement is scheduled to begin on Monday, June 3rd. Scheduled to reopen Monday, June 24th. The East End rooms and hallways will begin June 24th or sooner and reopen July 15th. All dates are subject to change. As everybody knows, the pool is closed and we are hoping to reopen by June 24th. All dates are subject to change. Thank you.
Thank you. Attached is the monthly violation report. There are on that report 85 violations that have either been closed, fines paid, or notices sent. Security crime report?
None.
There is none. Good.
Everybody's been good.
Everybody's been good. Treasurer's report. Ms. Pasteri.
The Treasurer's report as of April 30th, 2019. Operating account balance is $415,882.05. We earned a big whopping $6.59 in interest. Our accounts receivable assessments, $61,929.26. There were $61,218.13 in fines owed. There are 43 liens on file, and the year-to-date total of liens, or not year-to-date, but the total number of monies owed for liens is $97,450.93. Our income, assessment income cash basis report, $120,813.05. Other income, $14,454.02, for a total of $135,267.07. Operating expenses for the month: administration, $30,783.09. Facilities, $21,470.73. Public Works, $17,910.07. Code Enforcement, $25,563.91, for a total of $95,727.80, which comes to 33% of our budget. Reserve account, we have a balance of $1,637,916.44. Paid out for the reserve, out of reserves, $11,000 for the guardrails on Misty. Social Club Bank accounts, $56,084.54. Paid out $959.93 for volunteer breakfast and sales tax, and $166.14 for beautification, for a total of $1,126.07.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the swearing in of David Fagan to the AVRC committee. David here? There he is. Come right to that podium for me. Yep, right there. Hang on, I'll be right down there. I'd run, but it's not pretty. Oh, you're right. Hi, David. Would you raise your right hand? David Fagan, do you solemnly swear and promise that you will administer the office to which you've been appointed to the best of your ability and judgment in conformity with the governing documents of Brookridge Community Property Owners, Inc., that you will in all your acts be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interest of the citizens of Brookridge and the welfare of its members? Do you so swear?
Yes, I do.
You can put your hand down. By virtue of the authority conferred on me, I do here proclaim that you are the duly appointed AVRC volunteer and officially install you into the office. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, David.
I think that almost completes my 10,000 steps today. New business agenda items. The board's in receipt of the first draft of the budget presented for the year 2020. The first town hall budget meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, June the 12th at 7 o'clock. That will be out in the pavilion. We'll turn the fans on out there for us. The Finance Committee meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, June the 26th at 1 p.m. And with the presentation of that budget, there's no motion needed at that time. Accounts and suspensions. Treasurer Basteri.
Florida Statute 720-3053. If a member is more than 90 days delinquent in paying a monetary obligation due to the association may suspend the rights of the member or the member's tenant, guest, or invitee to use common areas and facilities until the monetary obligation is paid in full. Florida Statute 720-3055. All suspensions imposed pursuant to subsection 3 or subsection 4 must be approved at a properly noticed board meeting. Upon approval, the association must notify the parcel owners and, if applicable, the parcel's occupant, licensee, or invitee by mail or hand delivery. The following accounts to be privileges to be suspended: the UBLs 221001, 222-001, 343-008, 343-011, 452-102, and 614-005. Just to make a note that all these suspensions are over 120 days in arrears.
Have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Ken Sajak. Any
Question.
discussion?
Was it, the last one, did you read 614004?
Six 614-004.
Thank you.
You read that one correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
We have a motion. We have a second by Ken Sajak. Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, we're ready to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. ACC guidelines update. Ms. Matthews.
Topic, ACC guidelines. Analysis, update the ACC guidelines. Approve the following changes to the ACC guidelines, Article 3, Section 3.08. I move to approve the changes to the AC guidelines, Article 3, Section 3.08. The new readings will be carports, I should have my regular reading class, shall be a minimum of 20 feet long and 8 feet wide, unobstructed by any ingress, egress, stairs, or landings.
Have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Mr. Sajak. Discussion. Seeing none, I'll presume again that the board's ready to vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion passes unanimously. Next item on the agenda is the violation appeal cases. We have none.
Got the day off.
Okay. Move from there, reporting directors. Start on my right with Mr. Matthews.
We did, Ken Walls and Larry Smits and I did a walk through the RV compound on May 22nd, and we found many violations in there of vehicles, expired registration, unroadworthy, unseaworthy boats that had just looked like they're just stored there, very dirty and moldy equipment there, boats and trailers. There's a van there that looks like it's being used for nothing but a storehouse. There's flat tires on several, and others that have not been moved in so long that the tires are completely buried in the dirt. And there are a waiting list of, from what I understand the last time, 22 people that want to get their motorhome or trailer in there, and I think there's people in there that I don't know if they're even around anymore, that we should do something with these violations.
Thank you. Rosemary?
Just like to remind everybody, Monday, May 27th is Memorial Day. We're going to have a ceremony here. Ken Sajak was the one that, since I've been away, put together most of the work, and Greg Schubert with the drill team. So the ceremony starts at 10 a.m. outside, and then we will come in here for the presentation of colors. The drill team will perform. Musiceers will have a musical performance, and then we will have a lunch provided by the Men's Association. We'd like to see everybody there. We're going to try to make it as short as possible outside because of the prediction of it being around 90 degrees. So Ken, I appreciate you doing most of the work this time since I was away. So, but I will be there at your side Monday.
You gotta help me set up.
I'll be there.
Mr. Sajak.
Yeah, please make it, put on your calendar, Monday, the 27th at 10 a.m. That's what time we'll start. We'll observe the veterans and the spouses that have lost their lives supporting our country. So we appreciate it. The AVRC meeting tomorrow, 9 o'clock at the office. Please be there. We'll just do our normal thing. Thank you.
Okay, I am the Friday Night Bingo liaison, and I met with the Friday Night Bingo board on May the 13th. They were very welcoming. Some of the discussions was the shutdown of the clubhouse June 3rd through the 24th. Their bingo will be closed until July the 12th. At that time, they will reopen for bingo at 5. They plan on opening at 3 and will sell papers then. And bingo is starting at 5. They expressed some concerns regarding the temperature in the room during bingo. Sometimes it is very cold. The temperature is normally set at 74 degrees. They will pay the June rent as they are very aware of our budget requirements. Their next board meeting is October the 14th. Anna Webster, thank you.
From the Golf Association, which I'm the liaison for, with the clubhouse being closed, the Golf Association is allowing any of the groups that normally use the clubhouse that would like to continue their card games or different activities that they have other than the bingo to move their activities over to the pro shop as long as it's over by 4 p.m. If you're interested, contact Sandy Patterson. Sandy is the manager of the pro shop. They don't receive any money from this. They don't receive any money from Brookridge, from our dues, as our association fees, as a couple of people pointed out to me that they did. They don't. They're opening that pro shop strictly so that people can continue to have their game activities if they want during the shutdown period of the clubhouse. We'll move now into member comments. I'll start with my boards. I'm going to start in the reverse area. I'm going to start with you, Ms. Webster. Member comments.
I really don't have any member comments right now, but I really would just like to make a mention of how nice the Friday Night Bingo board was and how very organized they are. I don't go to bingo on Friday night, but I was really impressed with them. They were very kind.
Yes, we're going to have a opening pool party on July 4th out at the pavilion. There'll be hamburgers, hot dogs, music, and it'll be the grand opening for the pool. So we'll probably mention that again, but I'm just throwing that out there right now because it was just discussed recently. So keep your calendar open July 4th.
I got a couple of things, and then we're going to turn to the audience for member comments from members there. A couple different things. One, if you're watching this on TV or if you're here and you're a pedestrian and you're walking, we have a lot of people that are walking on the streets, and that's the only place they can walk. Please bear in mind that we're all taught to walk facing the traffic. If you're walking with the traffic, it's extremely hard sometimes for somebody driving a vehicle to see you. Kind of blends in a little bit. So if you're walking, please face the traffic. Town hall meetings for the budget, June 12th July 24th, August 14th. All three of those meetings will be in regards to the budget. We'll present it on the 12th. You'll have a chance to ask questions, and those will be filmed so that anybody that's not here can view that on YouTube, and we'll be able to respond back if they've got questions so that we can answer those at the following meetings. Personal note here now. They'll give me personal notes, won't they? Last Wednesday, I was coming up Country Club. Everybody knows, I think, the speed limit on Country Club is 25 miles an hour. Until you get to the hill, and the hill is 20 miles an hour. I'm very diligent about speed. I had cruise set. I was going 25 miles an hour. I hit the 20 mile an hour zone, took the cruise off, slowed down to 20 miles an hour. I noticed just before I got to the 20 mile an hour zone, there was a white car that was coming up Country Club back behind me. They caught me at the hill. I'm doing 20 miles an hour, going over the hill, coming down. I reached the 25 mile an hour sign that's out there that's about 40 feet from Hampton. And just as I hit the 25 mile an hour speed zone and started to speed up to 25, the driver of the white car with handicap plates on it sped up, went around me, and cut me off turning up Hampton to go back to their home back over here. Now, I know who it is, and they and I can have a discussion about it, but people, safety gets to be paramount. If one of the bicyclers, who seem not to stop at stop signs, neither here nor there, happened to have been coming down Hampton at that time and didn't stop at the stop sign, the car would have taken him out. If somebody was coming down there with the way he had to swerve and go into the far right-hand lane, they'd hit the other vehicle. Speed limits are there, and if people are going the speed limit, especially in a two-lane road, don't pass them. I mean, I think they say probably about 7 seconds getting to their home. I'm going to read a couple things that I did post. And there's a item called, well, I'm not going to tell you what it's called, but it's a way for people to post questions and put things together, and a lot of Brookridge residents are on it, and that's fine. It's a website and a unit that's set out there for people to be able to sell things, to be able to ask questions if somebody knows if they need a plumber, for somebody to be able to give them an answer back, things like that. There's been a lot of comments on that in regards to the pool and the clubhouse. Some of those are extremely hurtful the way they're worded, but that's neither here nor there. I got fairly tough skin. After a number of comments, I went back because somebody finally said, I didn't answer a question. And they posed the question, and I'm going to read verbatim for you what's on that website so that anybody can hear, can know exactly what I told them and know what's going on. The question was, in regards to the pool, why wasn't the work done in February? People cut all over the board with, well, it was for give the break to the snowbirds, this or that or the other thing, mismanagement, we didn't know what was going on. A lot of things were said. Here's the answer. Because the county inspector conducted his inspection in March. That's why it wasn't done in February. It was then that he was going to close us down because of not having non-slip treads on the edge of the pool by the main end of the pool, the far end, the shallow end. They did not close us because our clubhouse manager was able to show them some initial bids that we had already gotten on some items, and the inspector still wrote us up, but deferred closing us down. That's why the work wasn't done in February. The inspection wasn't done until March. The work was scheduled to please the seasonal people. When the inspector wrote us up for a number of items, we sought out bids to get the work done. By the time those bids came in and the contractor was selected and the work could be scheduled, it put us in the current time frame. The work could not be put off. If it had been, the county would have closed the pool immediately until it was fixed. So if you hear somebody talking about why wasn't the pool work done in February, why wasn't it done, you know, when the cooler months were here, it wasn't done because A, the inspection hadn't been done and we didn't know we had all the problems we had. We weren't closed down immediately by the inspector because the clubhouse manager was able to show him that we were looking at some things, and they said in that case, they would still write us up for it, but not close us down. If we had put off doing the work, the inspector would have come back in and closed the pool down, period, until we got everything in and all the work done. So, hope that answers some people's questions in regards to the pool as to why work didn't get done before. With that, I'm going to open the floor for member comments. Please come up, use the microphone, nice and loud. It should already be on. Please give us your name and your unit number.
My name is Gil Lanto, I'm Unit 3. The only thing I would like to comment is on the sign. Where are we with that? What's the update? And I noticed that not much has been going on, but in construction, I noticed there's a lot of times there's reason for that. And is it possible we can get enlightenment on it?
The electrical bid has already been approved and set. That will be held off of getting that work done so that damage doesn't get done to new electrical things until the contractor is done with the site itself. The contracting and their people are scheduled for a meeting with us on the 28th at about 1:30 to 2:30. Make sure we've got all their forms in place. Contracts have already been approved by the board, so the work should officially start on the sign, other than the letters have already been taken down shortly after that period of time, depending on how quick they can get their machinery in here, but shouldn't be very long at all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Other member comments?
Sure, why not? Come on.
Come on up, Paul. Let's see, 59, 58, 57, 57.
Paul Harrison, Unit 3. In reference to the sign, when they start, is there a time frame as far as finishing it?
The last word I heard is when they started, and they will finish exactly on time when they finish.
So there's no time frame, 2 months, 3 months?
I could probably give you a better answer after the 28th when we meet with the contractor.
Okay. In reference to the pool, I'm glad the work, I don't use the pool, but I'm glad it's being done. How often do they inspect the pool?
I can't answer that question. Vince is in the back.
Oh.
Every other year?
Once a year.
Once a year.
Question to that. In the previous year, why wasn't the violations picked up then?
It depends on the inspector you're going to get. And it's
So,
like a home inspection.
Either he's blind or...
I've seen some home inspectors come in and inspect a home.
Oh.
Another inspector comes in, finds things that the first one didn't even see.
This guy had to be a tough one then, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
With humans.
By the way, since you're talking about the pool, if you want to, before you leave, if you go to that back door right back there and look out at the pool where the ladder for the deep end used to be, and if you pay attention and look, you'll see an area probably about 1.5 feet that you can see where some of the I'm going to call it plaster, it's not plaster, so don't quote me on that, has come off. That's right where the ladder was. If there had been enough pressure on that ladder, and water's got behind there, so it's, when you knock on it, it's a good sized area that's hollow underneath that, for that layer. If somebody had gone up that ladder and it hit the bottom of that ladder in just right, and that whole section would have broken loose and fallen down, pool would have immediately got closed down. So it's one thing they found after they got the pool drained and closed and started looking at another problem. that was there, so. You're giving me hand signals, but I can't read it that far back. Okay. Any other member comments? John? Name and unit number, please.
Big deal, Area 6. On that discussion group that you mentioned earlier, I noticed one time a lot of talk about some digging going on, and everybody was guessing who it was, electric company or cable company and everything. Can you enlighten us on what all that was? Is some new cable company digging in the community?
You were hoping it was AT&T coming in there, weren't you?
Exactly.
In your boat. I can tell you this, it was really big trucks with really big reels of stuff on. Ray, can you give us a little bit of update? I know some of that was from Withalakuchi.
Withalakuchi is the
And their
only vendor
contractors.
I know still in here doing work in the back area, Unit 4, Midmore North. Withalakuchi River Electric running new grid lines and boxes is the only contractor. And now, again, Hernando County Utilities Water in front of our paving company, putting in new sewer pipes and scoping and piping. So they're moved out of our paving area, so they're obviously going to go somewhere else. I don't know where.
Okay? Didn't mean to get too silly out here, but life's too short. Since we're talking about paving too, I've heard some people say, we're spending this money on paving, it's in a 5-year plan with us, actually a 10-year plan. And this section falls into that 5 years. And that's where that area back in Weatherford, that is going to be repaved. And it is repaving. Somebody said, oh, they're just going in there and they're going to slap some stuff and fill some cracks, and that's all they're going to do. If they were going to do that, you wouldn't see the manhole covers raised about 1.5 inches. If you drive across one of those, you can tell they've been raised. But they'll be put there in there, so it's more than just sealing and coating. Other member comments? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion, I have a second. I have a second by Mr. Matthews. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, one.